Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about, I think one of the final releases from Ferris Wheel Press in regards to their uh, FerriTales collection line. And this one is the Tears of Sapphire in a 20 ml bottle. It is a base blue with a sheen of red and a shimmer of silver, and shading is, according to this, fairly low, but some of my heavy droplets do have some nice shading into it um, going on. But yeah, today we're just going to do a quick little ink swatch of this and talk about it and maybe compare it to some others that are very similar. So um, you get the standard 20 ml bottle. You can see towards the bottom all the shimmers there, so we'll get that shaken up. And as you can already tell, this is a very small opening. I mean, this is obviously their cap with the lug nut kind of filled, but the actual opening is very, very small. I couldn't really get any of my dip pens into it outside of one of my older dip pens from Roaring Klinger. This one was the only one that could kind of get into it with the narrow tip onto there. So we'll use that bad boy to kind of ride a little bit, but just like I said, do a little swap of this, and we'll take a look and see what it looks like. So again, once you take off the lug nut, you can see that the opening is very small. I mean, compared to like the Q-tip here. I mean, so if you're gonna put this into a pen, you're gonna probably have to either siphon it out and or use a blunt syringe or something to kind of get the liquid into your cartridge and or your converter versus trying to get the nib into there. So we'll just do a double layer on the top, a double stroke, and then on the bottom just a single layer to kind of show you what it looks like if you've got more of a dry nib or a wet nib. And we'll kind of let that dry up a little bit, and in the meantime we'll go ahead and use this to try to get some sort of name on here. So this is the Ferris Wheel Press, and this doesn't seem to hold a lot of ink into this dip pen, and it tends to blob on the first. See, tends to blob on the first right. So it's probably why I don't use it as much as some of my other dip pens. Out there. So we'll let that settle up a little bit and see what's going on, and we'll come back here in a second as soon as it finishes drying up. So see you in a second. Alright everyone, welcome back. So it's dried out a little bit, and you can kind of see as we go through it, you can see the shimmer and sheen associated with it. It does have on the borders nice red sheen. The silver's across. It does have a little bit of shading. If you look at the bigger swatch I had done here, oops, and there you go. A little too much there and didn't dry out, so ink transfer. But yeah, you can see again sheen and some shading. It's not huge, it's low, but it does give us a nice look at what's going on with this ink. And again, just some comparisons between this particular ink and some of the other ones, and I know I've seen a lot of reviews out there that it's hard to find something truly original these days. The Private Reserve, 2 minutes to midnight. It's not too far off. It just doesn't have the sheen. The Dominant Industries number 104 standard dominant blue, that's got the sheen into it. It's very similar to here. It just doesn't have the shimmer. A little bit darker blue on this one here. I'm sorry, a Vibra blue with the 150 Velvet blue. And then the only one that I had that was very similar was the Birmingham Pen Company Ice Rink. So again, it gives you nice red sheen across, and the blue is a little bit more vibrant than this. This kind of almost looks like the petrol blue on the back end. So when you look at the bigger swatch, you get a little bit of the petrol into there, but you still have a nice sheen action going on. Same thing down here, nice and sheen, especially in the writing. I mean, the Rory Klinger one here didn't really honestly do a good job, so I think I might just relegate this to a pointer or something, or use it for another small opening bottle from Ferris Wheel Press. But that's kind of where it is. It's a nice shimmer ink, sheen ink. I think it's very similar to a lot that's kind of out there, but it does end, or at least they believe it's going to end, the FerriTale line from Ferris Wheel Press. So check it out. You've got some options out there if you like this with some of the other companies. Birmingham has some other ones that are very similar to this. Diamine does as well. But yeah, definitely if you like sheen, shimmer, and a nice red and a bluish environment, this is kind of up your wheelhouse. So again, thank you very much, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.